And you know, now Heavy D is dead all of a sudden, and people saying that he didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered or killed or whatever. I don't know, but hey, God have mercy on your soul, brother. I was a big Bad Boy fan. I did work with Puffy Camp, not personally with Puffy.
Talking about a class act. Talking about somebody who was almost 300 pounds.
Right.
He knows how to dress immaculately.
Right.
Holds himself in high regard.
Right.
Knows how to conduct himself.
Right.
And everybody on the planet's mama love Heavy D.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? Before Heavy D, I didn't see like obese people be proud to be obese or even like hold it like that.
What if Heavy D didn't just die? What if he was silenced? Because every time someone tied to Diddy steps into the spotlight with a story to tell, they vanish. Books unfinished, projects shelved, lives cut short, and Heavy D getting started until he collapsed, face down on a Beverly Hills walkway. Let's talk about what they don't want you to know. Heavy D wasn't fading, he was rising. Fresh off a London stage, honoring Michael Jackson. Then boom, he shuts down the BET Hip Hop Awards with a performance that reminded everyone why he was a legend.
No, you dance, man. I didn't expect all the dancing. See, I saw the video, but I figured that was trick photography or something, you know? And then you do it live here, and that was real cool. And you like to dress. Why do you dress up when all the rappers are going with sweatsuits and chains?
Wow.
Not all the rappers, but many.
I just like dressing, you know. Ever since I was little, I just put on clothes all the time. Now that I got some cash, I could buy what I want. So I used to have to squeeze into I used to have to go to a regular Alexander store or something and try and fit what you could wear. Yeah. But now I got a little cash, I get tailors and all that.
Yeah.
I don't do no drugs and nothing. I spend all my money on clothes and my parents and stuff like that. So
that's good. Can I tell you about a story?
Well, who's Chunky A, man?
He was glowing, slimmer, stronger, focused. And then he was gone. They told us it was a pulmonary embolism, a clot from a long flight, a sad, sudden tragedy. But the math doesn't add up. Here's where it gets dark. Heavy D was writing a book before he died. So was Kim Porter. So was Andre Harrell. And I'll be sure he was working on a documentary until he slipped into a coma. All of them connected to Uptown Records. All of them connected to him. And all of them either dead or nearly dead just before revealing what they knew. It's not just bad luck. It's not coincidence. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim Porter, pneumonia-like symptoms. Later ruled homicide before the report was quietly altered. Al B. Sure, coma. Heavy D, embolism, out of nowhere, at 44. And they all had one thing in common. They were about to speak. Heavy D was no struggling artist. He was a mogul, a pioneer, a man who knew where the industry's secrets were buried. He had assets, royalties, a legacy, and a tell-all book in the works. There were whispers. Insiders claimed big life insurance payouts and undisclosed beneficiaries. Others believe he was poisoned. Something slipped into his system that mimicked a natural death.
And you know, now Heavy D is dead all of a sudden, and people saying that he didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered or killed or whatever. I don't know, but hey, God have mercy on your soul, brother. I was a big Bad Boy fan. I did work with Puffy Camp, not personally with Puffy. I ain't even seen the dude. I seen him at Howard University, and I seen him when he was dancing in way before he was P. Diddy. But I had some doings with him, and the people that I was working with, that we was doing business with him, his company kind of did us wrong anyway, so we had to go up there and try to handle our business. And I was scared because I thought we was gonna have to throw down, and I'm like, I'm fighting for my crew.
Still think it was just a clot. The 911 call delayed, medical help questionable, the investigation basically non-existent. And what did he say? Nothing. No heartfelt tribute, no public mourning, just silence, as if Heavy D, his mentor, his foundation, never existed. Let's be real. Without Heavy D, there is no Diddy. He vouched for him, gave him his shot, helped build Uptown. But as Diddy rose, others fell. One by one, Kim Porter, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, nearly Al B. Sure. Each one trying to break free, to speak out. Each one silenced. It's no longer conspiracy, it's consistency. Just when you thought Heavy D's story couldn't get more tragic.
He looked in the paperwork and it said Kim received a massage for about an hour when she's supposed to have full-blown pneumonia. Who gives somebody a massage when they got pneumonia? And do we know whether she used that baby oil or not for that massage? It makes you say, Her casket was ordered 2 months before she died. I don't believe that, man, I swear. How you order a gold casket 2 months before somebody died, man?
It wasn't the industry that dealt the final blow. It was his own blood. After Heavy D passed, the world mourned. But behind the scenes, a quiet legal storm was brewing. In May 2013, over a year after his death, his brother, Floyd Myers, stepped forward. He filed papers in court to become executor of Heavy D's estate. He claimed there was a will, a document from 1999 allegedly signed and notarized that left everything to him. But there was one massive problem. That will was written before Heavy D's daughter Zia was even born. Not a dime left to her, not a mention. Still, at first, no one challenged it. Zia's mother, celebrity chef Antonia Lofaso, didn't contest. The family agreed Floyd could manage things, for now. They said the money would be held until Z came of age, that Heavy D's legacy would go to the daughter he adored. But what happened next wasn't just a betrayal, it was theft. October 11th, 2011. Heavy D stepped onto the BET Hip Hop Awards stage like he never left. He wasn't just performing, he was commanding. The crowd roared. He danced, he smiled, he beamed. It was the kind of energy only someone with unfinished business brings. He had lost over 130 pounds, reclaimed his health, and found purpose again.
Talking about a class act. Talking about somebody who was almost 300 pounds.
Right.
He knows how to dress immaculately.
Right.
Holds himself in high regard.
All right.
Knows how to conduct himself.
All right.
And everybody on the planet's mama love Heavy D.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? Before Heavy D, I didn't see like obese people be proud to be obese or even like hold it like that.
Oh, the fat
like,
boys.
Fat Boy.
Damn, you're right.
on, it was-
I thought
Fat
Heavy
Boy's
came
heavy.
before.
No.
Fat Boys was first?
Fat Boys is first.
Pioneers.
Nobody
Okay.
moved like Heavy.
Oh, no, not at all.
Nobody was as graceful
Nah.
as Heavy D
He was
on their
really
feet.
dancing.
He was
Right.
really
Yeah.
like feathery feet.
Yeah.
He
He
had
had dances and everything.
he had dances.
And he
He
could
was
keep up with
dancing
those
and he was
dancers.
keeping up with them.
Right.
And breath control. He was spitting too.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We talking about man close to 300 pounds
Yeah.
if he wasn't 300.
Right. And I just want to describe that era in hip hop.
This wasn't nostalgia. This was a rebirth. A few weeks later, he was dead, collapsed outside his Beverly Hills condo, 44 years old, gone, just like that. They called it a pulmonary embolism, a clot from a long flight. But those who knew him, they didn't believe it, not for a second. He was the healthiest he'd been in years, focused, present, ready. He was working on a book, launching a new label, raising his daughter. He even told Billboard, "I'm the captain of my own ship." But that ship never docked. And when the news broke, something was missing. Grief. Where was the outpouring of love from the industry he helped build? Where were the tributes from the people who owed him everything? Where was Diddy? Just silence. A chilling, calculated silence. No viral tribute. No Grammy homage. No Billboard spread. It's as if he never existed. And that, right there, is the part that hurts the most. Heavy D didn't just die, he was erased. A legacy rewritten by those who benefited from his voice going quiet. They let the curtain close before the story finished. But we're not letting it end here. Not on this channel. Was Heavy D's death natural? Or was it a hit, hidden in plain sight? One thing's clear. When you try to tell the truth in the music industry, truth gets buried. But not today. We're digging it back up. If you're just as shaken as we are, hit that like button, subscribe to Fame Flux, and drop your thoughts in the comments. let's finish the book Heavy D never got to. The truth deserves an audience.